was like, I love it. You know my name. He said it again. He said, you know my name. You know my name. He said, and oh, how you walk with me. And oh, how you talk with me. I hear you. Say, oh, how you tell me. And oh, how you tell me that I am yours. I have to wake up. Let's say it real loud together. Court was long today in Mecklenburg County. I have to wake up. You gotta give me a minute. So you know my name, and you call me friend. So you know my name, other not for me, girl. So you know my name. Oh, how you walk with me. Oh, how you walk with me. Has he been walking with you? Yes, he has. Oh, how you talk with me. Oh, how you talk with me. Oh, tell me. Oh, how you tell me. I am your own. Say that one more time. Oh, how you walk with me. Know how you walk with me. I love this relationship. Oh, how you talk with me. How you talk with me. Hey. Oh, you tell me. Oh, how you tell me. I am your own. Now let's just take the next 30 seconds and somebody just say something to him. Come on. Raise up your voice and you tell him how awesome he is. God, you're faithful. You're the lover of my soul, the keeper of my life. God, I adore you. God, we honor you tonight. Somebody just worship him. You're faithful, God. You're my peace. You're my joy. You're my life. You're my keeper. God, my strength. God, my father. God, you're my help. God, you're my comfort. My Bible scripture comes from Deuteronomy 31:6. It says, be strong and of God courage. Do not fear nor be afraid of them. For the Lord your God, he is the one who goes with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. I am not Muslim. I am Christian. I know the Quran. But again, the Quran will fail you. It will cause hatred. And it's not because they're loving people. The Muslim community is loving people. They just have bad people in their nation. Farrakhan, you cannot tell me Farrakhan is not a good man. If he killed, he has to deal with that on Judgment Day. If y'all say McFadden is a part of ICE, and I have had people today, I've tried to help them in the courthouse fill out 50 B's and 50 C's for free. And soon as I say Gary McFadden, a lady looked at me in front of the lady at the domestic violence screen, and she called me a murderer and walked away. Just because the young lady at that domestic violence window, who knows my story, told her, you have to complete the full packet. Okay, if you cannot read, lady, go over to Safe Alliance. They will create that. They will do the whole packet for you for free. Don't ask for Paula D, because she's going to tell you at 5 o'clock she got to go. Gary McFadden know. He knows that I just woke up.
He knows. And they'll tell you if you don't let me rest, then you get stuff like you see on Twitter. I watch the news. I didn't even get to see that I like sports. And I missed the darn game, my baseball game with New York. But McFadden got it so that I can see what is going on because I can't be everywhere at one time. I cannot. I'm disabled by the state of North Carolina. That is true. 14 surgeries, 2 heart attacks, and cirrhosis of the spine. Again, McFadden knows that is true. I ate breakfast with McFadden, and the sad part about that man is he could not complete an egg. He had to go, and because everybody in Mecklenburg County is late because of a man that holds up the line for a penny, and he's white. You are holding up judges, doctors, police, sheriffs. You are stopping the Mecklenburg County flow. And again, McFadden is a part of ICE. Oh Lord, McFadden know I just woke up. He knows it. It's 3:30, and he knows when you wake Danielle up, Mecklenburg County suffers, and I'm gonna tell him on Monday. Every time y'all wake me up out my sleep, America, I am going to go to that black man's office, or he may pick me up at this point, and I'm going to say, McFadden, he told me today, he said, you look pissed. I'm scared of you. I said, I have diabetes. I'm hungry. I've been in the hospital. Nobody. That was cute, Jordan. I was in the hospital all night long. I received a call from a lady in domestic violence records. Her name is Rebecca. She works in the sheriff's office in Mecklenburg County. Danielle, you need to come back to Mecklenburg County. I am not sending these papers to Gary McFadden. I call Miss. It's a lady. She does his hotline. She's a beautiful lady, and I will see her this week. But my body's tired, and I have court cases all month long in Mecklenburg County. If you want to see me in court, guess who you got to go through? Gary L. McFadden. If you want to talk to me about anything of my views, you have to go through Gary L. McFadden. That is a true statement. That is a true statement. And he is the head chef of Mecklenburg County. You guys are bringing the ballot the worst, and that's the Republican Party. What do you think Miss Fadden is going to have to deal with when that Republican Party come? And I worked 401 South Tryon, Wells Fargo, when the Democratic Party came. Obama was here, and they told us to go home for a week. And guess what? That's when my daughter was conceived in September. Georgia boy, motorcycle outcast gang, Georgia. Didn't know who the hell that piece of shit was. Ladies, if you have slept with Georgia boy, Donna, you married that shit. I stopped dealing with Georgia boy before my daughter was conceived. Excuse me, after my daughter was conceived, and I found out I was pregnant, and that man told me to murder my child. Her name is Zoe. His family laughed at the name Zoe, but what the Alfreds didn't realize, you have to read, you have to write, and most of them are dyslexic. They can't read, they cannot write. However, for women, sorry, when you talk the truth, YouTube will stop you. Pancake is his sister. She's a beautiful woman, but at this point in her life, she doesn't know what to believe when I locked her fucking brother up, probably for life. He has blood on his hands. He doesn't even go see his mother in Thompson, Georgia. My spine is so messed up, I cannot drive Zoe to Thompson. My spine is so messed up, I cannot drive Aiden to Rocky Mount, and I own tractor trailers. I own homes, several. I own several cars. I even am fucking suing Great Wolf Lodge at this point. I am even shutting down Matthew's Family Dentistry at this point. I am now doing evictions all across America while y'all are sleeping. Evictions are being done. Families are being taken out of homes. Children are being placed in foster care. Why? Because of my husband, Tyrone Shamel Gray. If I ever get to see Tyrone in my life, which I have not seen him since June, I have one question for him. He will not go to Concord. Sorry, Mr. Braggs. Tyrone will stay in Mecklenburg County. Tyrone will be mentored by Gary L. McFadden. And he's going to tell McFadden, what the fuck is wrong with you, Tyrone? Because I don't want to see him right now. I wouldn't want to see shit Tyrone got going on right now. I want to know that intake report. I'm his wife, so maybe I should call Mecklenburg County and say, what's the intake? When I call down to Mecklenburg County, you know what the police say. You know what the sheriff say. You know what Mecklenburg County say. Where the fuck is Tyrone? Where is he? Well, Tyrone was getting walked out because of a paralegal. Her name is Demetria Martin / Griffin, working at 301 South College Street. That's a true story. McFadden is looking for her, and he's going to lock that ass up. You're a paralegal. You work downtown. You went and applied for a job at Great Wolf Lodge where my son goes every day because I refuse to put him in daycare. I shut the fucking daycare down who touched my son inappropriately. Children Lighthouse is no longer in existence. I am getting ready to make Christina, her last name starts with a B. I won't call her what I think. She will lose her job, and I will contact Lakeisha Bass. And Lakeisha Bass will then contact Gary L. McFadden. Okay, Danielle, you don't know who that is. Let me tell you. That is the head nigger of Mecklenburg County. I had breakfast with him, and he ate some fucking eggs that was probably cold. I said, Mr. Fadden, is it this important? And then guess what he did? He knows I don't eat meat, and it's not because I can't. I would love to eat it. But on 8/01/2018, I underwent a major surgery. It was 6 hours long in Mercy Hospital. I do not go to Novant. Novant tried to kill me. There's a doctor there. His name is Dr. Vollinger. Dr. David Vollinger almost took my life. I will not go to Novant. The only reason I was in Novant is because my diabetes dropped and I passed out in the Target, which James in that Target is the most racist man you would ever see. I had street police to call me after I left court all day and said I hit a white lady in the parking lot. Well, that white lady sat and talked to me for about 20 hours. She teaches autism in the school system. She's not getting paid. She's frustrated. But then I hit her. No, I sat there and counseled her. I held her. She was a white lady. I let her take a picture of my dad's car. There was no, okay, lady, if you hit the car, let's talk about it. I took pictures of her car. I said, tell me how much is the damages. I'll pay for it for you. She said, you know what? You help me. I'm getting ready to go to Chick-fil-A. And then at 10 o'clock at night, I got street police, white police that know me in the Hickory Grove division. They hate me. That sergeant, you coming out of there. Wade, the street police, you are coming out. Hickory Grove division need a whole new police. They do. And I'm going to tell McFadden, anytime there's holes in this wall, this is why I won't leave my dad's house. I've had holes in the walls of my dad's house because people are looking for my voice. I don't live here. I don't. And Gary knows it. I'm coming here because there were bombs placed in my car. The feds have it. I'm coming here because now I'm going to ask Gary on Monday, do you think my dad's house has cameras in it? And I'm not being delusional. I'm going to ask him on Monday. I'm gonna ask him on Monday. And he gonna say, Danielle, did you go out of town? And to Gary tell me everything that's happened into my father's home, a 77-year-old vet, a retiree at Siemens Westinghouse, taught at colleges, served this country, went on buses, went all the way to fucking Hawaii. And the man that I am locking up is a Muslim, got a vegan restaurant in Detroit, Michigan, and Gary McFadden is gonna pick that motherfucking Muslim up. And I don't even fucking curse. I am pissed beyond motherfucking belief at what I have found out from Gary McFadden today. How do a 20-year investigation of my life, this black man comes and solves it in 6 months? I'm not listening to no fucking Fantasia. Sorry. She's singing about somebody being so ugly when you need to be looking at politics, when you need to realize that Gifford County has the highest overdose rate. You need to take your ass back to Greensboro and do some fucking research instead of being in Mecklenburg County.
Overcame a relationship with a narcissist. I've been bankrupt.
You hear this? This lady had a fucking narcissistic psychopath. That is a true diagnosis.
Live events,
you hear? This is YouTube. This is a white lady.
We did $2.5 million in sales.
Listen to her because you don't want to listen to me. Listen to this white woman.
At least to double it. And I think what I'm most proud about is creating a safe space for women to do their inner healing work, right?
Women need a safe place. And I'm sorry, it's not in Concord. The runners in Concord, you really should come to Mecklenburg County. Mr. Braggs, I use that name for poor. He's not going to help you. He's not. He's a 72-year-old man. He is lonely. I get it. But I got some questions. Mr. Braggs knew my domestic violence case started at 3990 Bethesda Place. That's in Homestead. Mr. Braggs allowed for Luby, a street police, to put Tyrone in the back of a car, transport Tyrone all the way to Mecklenburg County lives. Tyrone then used my credit card on Uber. Dominic started Uber. And he was back in my house within 30 minutes of me trying to get some sleep. Mr. McFadden, you don't get sleep when you cannot find out where the fuck Tyrone Gray is. You can't get sleep. That's called a narcissistic psychopath. How the fuck do you go and fuck my dental hygienist who has over 36 plus alias, who has committed over 1 trillion murders? She's in Mecklenburg County right now. I should give y'all her PID. Y'all need to put some money on that girl books. Hold on. Let me see, can I look her up? That's public information. He's giving me love. So steady, so steady. Ooh. Steady love. Ooh. Steady love. I never met a man. Hold on, I'm sorry. I gotta look her up. She has so many aliens in Mecklenburg County. She really should go in protective custody. And she was born on. Okay, this is one of the lies. I don't know what's true. Her one of her alias is Angela Williams. She was born May 10th, 1984. She's considered a black female. She's not black. She's Indian. Her height is 5'7" and she weighs 140. Thick girl. Pretty girl. But her PID in Mecklenburg County is 468394. Gary McFadden locked that ass up and she's sitting in Mecklenburg County. Well, let's go on Mecklenburg County website. I am looking for a man by the name of Mark Anthony Yardy. Mark Yardy and his wife, Marcia Barino, okay? You figure this shit out. I'm not. It's not rocket scientist. Do you know that Mark Yardy, follow me into, he stands at about 7'6". He's a fat motherfucker. I give Mark about 6'5", about 400 pounds. Marcia is about 500 pounds, and she was riding around in a fucking cart. She cannot walk. She's so big. So when I walked up, I said, "Oh, this is my child. She getting some goddamn grapes." Okay, she's not eating grapes. Her mother likes fruit, and her mother makes her go out and buy her apples. Her mother like those Fuji apples, and her mother like the long grapes. Who don't know this fucking family? There are sick, all of them are sick, narcissistic psychopaths. It's the Smiths that are sick in Mecklenburg County. They're from New York. The Grays in Mecklenburg County are hardworking people. But then I questioned the Grays because I called his first cousin and I asked a question. And what he told me was, let me call you back. I'm doing my daughter homework, and I never heard from him again. Is Tyrone in Jacksonville, Florida with Tabitha? I don't know. Maybe I need Tabitha number. No. I'll let Gary McFadden deal with this shit. It's too big for me. It's too big for me when not one attorney in America will handle your case. Gary McFadden will. He cracked this investigation in 6 months, and it's been over. I met this family 20 years ago coming back from Maryland. I worked at Chevy Chase Bank. That's a true fucking story. And McFadden has all the motherfucking paperwork, all my bank statements, all my family houses and addresses. He has it. How does that man come in office in 2.5 years and break an investigation of 6 months over a 40-year investigation?
No one owns the sun.
Okay, I'm a 20-year. He solved a 40-year, and me and the 40-year investigation are best friends, and she lives in back of my dad, and we hold his first son. He's Muslim. You do it. His name is Dominic Allah. His son name is El Jahid, forever God Allah. We call him El. You can make a choice. El doesn't know who is telling the truth, who's telling a lie. So he calls his mother Takara, and he say, "I love you, mother." I say, "No, El. I'm not your mom, but I will tell you the story of Dominic, aka Red, past the cell phone, Google cell phone. I will tell you about Takara's classmate. His name is Brandon. Brandon went to Devonshire with us, and he's a horrible man. They have tried to kill Brandon several times, and I understand why. Anytime you can drop that bomb in my car for Dominic, you're sick as fuck. I know you did it, Brandon. Dominic, I know you did it. Much as I tried to help Dominic, I will talk to Dominic on Google, and I will tell Dominic, "What's wrong? You want to come back to Mecklenburg County? I get it. You know Michael Jordan. Okay. You built half of Charlotte. Okay. But you don't put women in fences. You don't molest children. You don't do sex trafficking. You don't start Uber, and women are dying. And Muslims, some of them, he's a 5%er. Now he's going to a 7. All Muslims are not bad. I have a Muslim. He's been friends with my mom all her life. His name is Benjamin. He's in New York. And I call him Uncle Benny. And when I get off the plane, I tell Uncle Benny where I am. And he'll say, "What you doing, girl?" He's in New York. He's a Muslim. But he respects the Bible. He does. Uncle Benny came to my house. Tyrone has met him. Willie Stokes has come. That's my Uncle Stokes. He's on YouTube. He come to Mecklenburg County. I have pictures with him. It's on Facebook. And Tyrone met Willie Stokes. He speaks over, I think my uncle speaks over 7 languages. Locked up for 20-something years. Black man. Stands 7 foot tall probably. Tyrone met him, and it still did not put the fear of God in him. My husband needs a dad. He never seen his dad in his life. His mother died of HIV and a drug overdose, and Tyrone witnessed it. Tyrone don't need jail. He need a hug. I don't know what happened to my husband, and I don't care to know. I will divorce Tyrone, but as his wife, before I do, I will make sure McFadden finds him in Mecklenburg County and you will give Tyrone a hug. You will tell Tyrone it is time that you sleep, boy. And that's not death talk. It's time that my husband rests his body. Tyrone has been running on that tractor trailer since June. When that judge said 50B restraining order, you cannot see your wife, you cannot see your kids, you cannot contact, you cannot do social media. You know what Al Capone told him? He started laughing. And I told that judge, I said, do you think my husband care about jail? And my husband laughed because he's like a kid. He's stupid. Tyrone do like Grateful Flies. Tyrone like animals. He's like my son. Tyrone loves chicken. He's not going to eat fish. He's not going to smell it. And my son will smell his food like his dad. My son looks like me, but he loves his father. My daughter looks like her dad, but she loves Tyrone. She'll tell you, Willie is not my daddy. Tyrone is my dad. Tyrone took me pregnant with Zoe. He fed my cravings. He ate my food. I don't know what happened. And right now, I can't worry about it. Gary will find him. And when Gary find him, the type of man Gary is, he's going to hug Tyrone. And we're going to get Tyrone help. Tyrone needs to be a divorced man. He needs to live on his own. He needs to live in a confinement where he's structured. He needs to be taught properly. And then once he's taught properly and he's in a facility where it's monitored, he will get to see Aiden, Zoe, and my whole family. Our family have problems. You name me one family, even the Trump family right now. They're scared for their dad. I get it. I'm scared for mine. That's why I sit with him. Trump family needs to sit with him and say, Dad, you need to calm down. That anxiety is pumping, and if he does not stop it, he's gonna have a heart attack, and that's predictable. That's not putting death on somebody's life. Is you can see the stress. Somebody need to lay their hands on Trump and say, it's over. It's over. Every time a Republican get in office, hatred comes, racism comes, the KKKs come out, the Ku Klux Klan, they're coming out, the Black Panthers, they're coming out, the black folks are coming out, the rivalry is coming out. The different religions are clinging. You have white preachers that are doing marches and calling black folks niggers. That's happening in Mecklenburg County. And then you say Gary McFadden is a part of ICE. Mecklenburg County right now is probably the cleanest city. The courthouse, that's some fresh air you breathing. I breathe it every day. The mold that's in those jails, he's trying to clean it. If you go in Mecklenburg County jails, it's probably the cleanest. Can he get all the mold up at one time? No, he can't. Not when he have his sheriffs doing this thing called online, offline. You have some sheriffs that I put myself in solitary confinement for 48 hours. You could not come out of that room until for 1 hour. A woman cannot take a bath. If she's in solitary confinement, she can take a bath in her portal. She cannot come out of that cage. But 1 hour and she's locked up taking that shower. They only get showers, I think, twice a week. That's disgusting. A woman has a cycle. She needs a shower. And Gary don't know that stuff. He's a man. I know it. I put myself in there. The people in Mecklenburg County, they know me because of my voice. When I put myself in there for those 48 hours, and Gary McFadden signed off on the bond. I had to see what was going on. I had to see how my husband was slipping through. I had to see. McCall is a sheriff that works in Mecklenburg County. His daddy name is Red, but the Red that his daddy is not the Red in Detroit. His Red is the Red off Redlands Road. That's his dad. And his dad will walk right out of jail. McCall will give him a slap on the hand. He will take a little boy that he always has, and they will walk out the jail within less than 5 hours. He never get dressed upstairs. Red has murder on his hands, and he know I seen him. McCall know I know. McCall works second shift or third shift in Mecklenburg County. I'm gonna call down there when I get off YouTube. I'm gonna say, "Is McCall working?" You know what they're gonna say? Oh shit! Who woke her up? I bet you Tyrone better be in protective custody. It's too much going on in that jail, and for my husband to be 35, he didn't know. He's not from here. He's from Harlem. He just loves Charlotte, but he loved New York. Again, my father is from Pinehurst. I'm from Pinehurst. My mother is originally from New York, but she was born in Virginia. The red cardinal, the lucky bird. It's on my back. I'm 36 years old, and I'm going to tell you one more fucking time. I'm a full-time student, and I do not work. I'm financially free. Why is that so hard to believe? Why do I have Wade, a street police, that locked me up for that fictitious charge, gonna call me a bitch? You didn't read me my memorandum, and you're gonna come in my dad's house while he's gone. You're gonna take his daughter. I was not able to make one phone call in that jail. They locked me up. There was a little boy, he's a sheriff, and he needs to go. He hasn't been on the force long, and he was black. And he said, "You need to start running your mouth. You need to go get locked up." That's who he's talking to. Half of the people in there know who I am already. But again, he's young. I'm going to tell McFadden, print me out everybody in Mecklenburg County that's in law enforcement. If you're a police, if you're in the Hickory Grove Division, if you are police, period. If you're serving on his, if you are serving on McFadden's team, I want a printout of every person, every police, every sheriff, every detective, every homicide CMPD. They know who I am. I walked up when I was supposed to gain access to 7014 Sycamore Grove Court. The feds walked away. The police walked away. Everybody walked away, and they left a 77-year-old man sitting in the fucking dark. Well, murder was done. That's because they know who I am, and I'll say Gary L. McFadden. People have tried to kill me for his name. That's a true story. I'm in domestic violence. This purple right here, that's my heating pad. My mom brought that for me. That's for my spine. It's not being funny. I have to sit on this. This is for my spine. My spine, it hurts so bad, and I do. I go to ortho. And that's how I know some of the anchors. That's how I know some of the football people. And everybody loves Aiden. My son is 3. He's a 14 husky and a 2 shoe. And Aiden will never put Jordan's shoe on his foot. Never. Jordan ain't buy Aiden one goddamn thing for Christmas. And my story been out in Charlotte for a long time. My brother's story has been out in Charlotte for over 40 years, and Jordan gonna come and put a clinic on the west side of Charlotte and do one drop tear cry when your daddy was ashes was taken to Waysboro, over there where all those bodies were burnt in a house in Waysboro in a funeral home. Jordan, I am too much in the funeral home business, and the shit you pull was bullshit, and you will never get repetition from me. You have blood on your hands. There are kids that be killed because they're sitting in line for your fucking release. If you are doing something for somebody, why do you have to go on social media and talk about it? If you know your dad was killed, body couldn't be found. You went back to Waysboro, North Carolina. It take you to Gary McFadden come in office for you to drop one tear, and you put a place in Novant on Tuckasegee. And Mecklenburg County has the highest HIV rate, highest chlamydia rate, highest gonorrhea rate, and they was walking through that jail, and y'all sheriffs is fucking sleeping with this. The paralegals is sleeping with this. do not need motherfucking a psychiatrist because that bitch hangs up the fucking phone. The judge today said, Danielle, I award you. We'll see you later. Court starts on Monday. That's a true story. I was sitting in court all month long until September. Shit, probably for the rest of my life, and listen to tragedy, trauma of what I have witnessed in my life. Lies that have been told. And that girl that said I hit her in that parking lot of Target, that report comes out in 3 days. I'm not paying for shit. I sat there and talked to you. I hugged you in that fucking parking lot. You teach artistic children. How would I know that if you didn't tell me? But because she went to Chick-fil-A, she went back home and probably talked to her fucking husband. You probably Googled that fictitious charge of mine and you said she is a criminal. No, the fuck I'm not. That's called lying. That's called Zoe's dad putting a warrant out saying I'm a killer. That's a lie. You are in a motorcycle gang called Outcast. You are a Mason. How a 36-year-old woman of my health conditions scare you, Georgia? I am the mother of your daughter. You put me in jail on a fictitious charge. And do you think I don't care that I'm taking everything you have? When you are $15,000 in child support, you're supposed to pay Zoe $1,221 a month. You are supposed to provide Zoe health care insurance, and your wife got braces. Donna Thompson has braces on her mouth and she cleans fucking planes at the airport. And then she is high in domestic violence. Jesus say, Jesus. I mean, you gotta laugh at this shit. That's just my story. Gary McFadden knows it. You know it's time for us to have fun. It's 3 o'clock. I think I'll take y'all to 3:30. I'm getting ready to take a shower again because I take at least 6 baths a day. Mecklenburg County is nasty as fuck. When I walk through that fucking courthouse and I be in there and I help, Gary knows I do. I help upstairs on the 3rd floor. Now I'm getting ready to start working on the 2nd floor. You have to move those lines. You cannot sit on YouTube and you got people waiting for 20 years for one paper. Robert, who works over in on the 3rd floor, he's not there to save the world. Robert has his own walk in life. He wants to be a professional artist. He draws. I gave him my Uncle Bill Johnson card today. My Uncle Bill is in this Mecklenburg County. His son Travis is in Mecklenburg County. My Aunt Ava, she's in Moore County. I'm gonna take Gary McFadden to Pinehurst. That's 2 hours away. He needs a damn vacation. Gary McFadden, I'm calling your office and we're gonna go in that black car though. And we're gonna drive to Southern Pine, aka Pinehurst, and I'm gonna show him my grandmother's house. It's called Miss Hallie's place. Grandma died on 9/10. She died one day before 9/11. When I walk in there and I say I am Miss Hallie's youngest granddaughter, the youngest, they look and they say, "Are you?" I have to write a new policy and procedure book. I have to go get pictures of my family because they don't have it. Mr. Chris passed away, and that's who knows my grandmother's story. She worked at Coalition for free. My grandmother looked like a white lady. She was a plus size lady, and she died at 75 because she cooked like me. And grandma sang in the kitchen. And when she got you in the bed, she bit on her hand and she would pinch you tight. My grandmother can't see my 2 kids because the doctor told me I couldn't have kids. I had fibroids on my ovaries. America, I've only been with like Keno Jones, 9th grade high school sweetheart. Georgia boy, aka motorcycle outcast gang. That's Zoe's dad. Tyrone Shamel Gray, a narcissistic fucking psychopath who married me at the fucking courthouse downtown. I did not have a wedding and not interested in one. And then one man that I love probably more than everything because throughout my domestic violence for 10 years of my marriage, he never ever touched my body. And still to this day, you won't. I don't know what your status is. We watch baseball together. We watch sports together. I will not disclose him until he's ready. I can't. If I disclose somebody that I'm interested in, they will kill him. Tyrone took and he thought I was dating. When Tyrone think I'm dating somebody, he will go on text lookup. He got a paralegal. She went to Great Wolf Lodge. She got a job. Do you see? He went to the dentist. He got Angela. Do you see what a narcissistic would do? They're gonna do it. He contacts my friends on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. Half of the people on Facebook or my friends, excuse me, I got that. That says friends. I got this from Target off of my road. James, I don't steal out your fucking store. I'm gonna get James too. I'm gonna write a complaint. James need to get the fuck out of Target. He's a big ass racist white man, and I'll talk about that later. He ain't worth this. And when people see me sometimes in Mecklenburg County, they'll look at me and say, "This bitch is fucking crazy." No, I'm not. Tyrone put that shit on Facebook. It's called cyber stalking. It's called you hacking my iCloud or my iPhone. I love iPhones. I have 3 of them, the new ones. I have the iWatch, but I have Google. You'll see me with 2 Google phones. They're small. That's Aiden and Zoe's phone, and then you'll see me with a big Google phone. That's mine. I have Google and Apple. Now I'm excited. I need a Google Watch. Can you buy me a Google Watch? I don't ask people for shit. McFadden seen that today. I paid for my food. I didn't say, Mr. McFadden, can you pay for my food? No, I didn't. I took cash there because the man at the register, he would say my card declined. Mr. McFadden seen every credit card that I have, and he will tell you, you probably shop too much, Danielle. And I do. That's my therapy. I shop. I coupon. I stockpile. If you want to do something for me, give me some coupons. Take me to a mall that I can be in all day, South Park, McFadden, and let me shop in secrecy. If you want to do something for me, McFadden, don't put that shit on TV. Take me to a safe haven. McFadden knows what I have. If I ask him, I'm sure he will put me in a safe haven. His wife and children have to be in safe havens. They have to be in protective custody. When I say McFadden, 1 or 2 things will happen to you. Death or, okay, by Miss Saunders. When I go to Concord, I had to say William Braggs, the superior judge. Bye. But now I'm getting ready to say one man that is my uncle's son, Robert Howard Saunders' son. He was a state trooper, Cecil. My cousin Cecil now lives in Concord, and I think Cecil need to be in the Superior Judge Chamber. He served his country. He's a state trooper, and that's my uncle's son, and he's in Concord. Who is the fucking battery in the south? Them charges, it's cute. It's cute, and I'm gonna sit in court and I'm gonna do this. Do I cry about it? No. These are Walmart glasses. When it's time for real court, I'm gonna bring my black real glasses out. But for now, McFadden seen these. These come from the dollar store. I'm not bringing my real shit out. He see how I pack myself up. I can see how these. I'm blind as fuck. That's due to the diabetes where they don't want to feed me. That's due to Rebecca hate me in the sheriff office. That's due to the fucking head. There was a black man. He's been sheriff since 1995. I'm gonna bring my roller. See what they don't realize. I don't have to carry stuff in Mecklenburg County. You can get a roller. But because I'm trying to save my spine from getting surgery and cut, I'll carry it. I'll walk the stairs with that paper and I'll push it. But at the end of the day, when I got caught at 1:30, when I need to eat, when I've been upstairs helping people with 50 B's and 50 C's, and I'm writing that all day long because I love to write. I'm moving that line on the third floor, and then I walk into a nice lady. She's on the third floor. She had breast cancer awareness on today, and I shared with her my story. It was quiet in there. She was stressed out. It's Friday. And when I shared with her my story, it calmed her all the way down. And I told her at 36 years old, honey, I can tell you, you are safe in Mecklenburg County. You are. I feel sad if you guys allow the Republicans to come in here. The election is coming, and it's not good if you let the Republicans come in. The blacks right now are pissed off, and Michael Jordan, you need to take your fucking ass back to Waysboro. Or go back to Chicago, the windy state, and go eat some fucking pizza and popcorn. Don't you ever come down here in Mecklenburg County after all this shit going on. You drop one motherfucking tear and you'll say, you're gonna put something on the west side. Well, why didn't you invest in Mecklenburg County? Why did you invest in Novi? That's a damn place who tried to kill me. Dr. David Bollinger, that cracker tried to kill me. Am I racist? No. I got hatred right now. And if you know me, hate is not in my name. Right now I got hate. And I'm going to talk to McFadden, because if I don't, I'm going to have hate. You do not kill. You do not put a bomb in my car. You do not break in my father's house over 20 goddamn times, and you don't break his whole goddamn garage door. You don't put holes in the wall. I can show y'all the holes. You don't put holes in my dad's walls because you want to see my naked body. This is a true story. This is a true story. William Andrew Robertson III, you done it. You are a narcissistic motherfucking psychopath, and I do not care about your mother no more. Her name is Elaine Tate. You gave that piece of shit my phone number. I didn't ask for that fucker to show up. He stole both of my Lexus. How the fuck do you allow him to steal 2 Lexus E-Class? The new Lexus at that. He took my white Lexus, parked it on Windsor Harbor, left it running for 4 days. Him and his cousin, Antoine Tate, put gas in it and left my car. And guess what? When Mecklenburg County called me, they said, Miss Saunders, I was in Concord, locked in a room because Concord is very racist. The principal knew my situation. Did they give a fuck? Nope. They locked me in a room. They wouldn't let me get my daughter. That's a true story. It happened in Concord. Concord is not safe. I'm going to tell you fucking right now. If you black, you ain't going to fucking Concord. And that charter school, Cabarrus County Charter, needs to be shut the fuck down. They run that school like a military. That's a true statement. And I'm going to let McFadden walk it. I'm going to walk with him with it. Me and McFadden got some riding to do. I like riding. I cannot drive anymore. I will call his office on Monday. McFadden will put me in that black car, and I'm going to ride with him. That man can't even eat. And I know he ain't sleeping. He gonna tell me, yeah, Danielle, I get a lot of sleep. That's bullshit. No, you ain't. Not when people want to kill your wife. You ain't sleeping. He's got to stay up and watch her. And that's not a narcissistic. That's a protector. I don't have a protector. My husband is a fucking psychopath, and I want to know what the fuck happened, Tyrone. Mark Yardy, your cousin. Mark Anthony Yardy, Marcia Barino. Y'all took my husband. Marcia cooked for Tyrone one time. He didn't even have a car. And my mom coached Tyrone to put me in a mental institution because she told Tyrone that I was on drugs real bad. I never was on drugs. When you work the SAFE program and you can sing, you will meet people and kids like Chucky Child's Play. And they'll take pictures of you and stuff, and you'll do it because 9 times out of 10, the youth that walk in their office, they can't read or write. So what Chucky done was he told me his story in music. And then I said, well, Danielle, can you go to one of the houses? They built it like a studio. I said, okay. And my friend Terrell Franklin, a.k.a. Feet, he took me. Terrell got some issues, but that's okay. His sister Leah is beautiful. And I allowed Terrell to take me for 24 hours. Terrell made sure I ate. Terrell made sure my car was safe. Terrell made sure that I went to Great Wolf Lodge. Terrell made sure I got back from Great Wolf Lodge in those 24 hours, and I never lived one thing. Because I took a picture with Chucky Child's Play with Christina Bolero, social service said, "You are unfit, you are unstable, and Mecklenburg County need to put your kids back in Charleston, South Carolina." That's another story. McFadden knows it. The book that I'm going to come out with, I don't know who's going to publish it. McFadden will tell me. The news station that will get this story, McFadden will tell me who's safe. Right now, I'm in a situation where, again, I have nothing to say when I leave court on Friday. And if you know me, you will know I have everything to say. But on Fridays, I will come home. I'll go. Oh, and Mr. Charles, you can forget it. I'm not going back there no more. I'm not. For me to have my dad sit outside because y'all black people want to do the Cupid shuffle, and my dad wanted a fucking hamburger that I could have got on the west side and been at home. I supported y'all business. I'm sorry. Mr. Charles Chicken and Fish, I will never purchase again in there. Never. I see why women are being killed. Mr. Charles, you need a dress code. You got women walking in there with their ass out. My dad seen that shit. He was disgusted. He's never supported Mr. Charles' business again, and neither am I. And I love the daughter that works there. My whole attitude on what that family is like has turned. It's not a safe place for nobody. Because what he needs to realize is what you are creating in that place, for it to be cold and for a woman to come out with tights on and show her ass, and you have black men in there, nothing but black men. You had two white people that come in, two. You were playing nothing but rap music, and the DJ was 704 something. Somebody wanted something to eat, and it's sad because one of my friends worked there, and she has a boot on her foot. Honey, you couldn't pay me to do it. It ain't worth it. Money is not that serious. What those women are creating in that environment on Friday nights, late Friday nights. Now, if you go early, that's where the older population is, and they listen to jazz. Now, I can deal with that. But when my daddy wanted that damn hamburger, and McFadden will tell you right now, I'm not eating meat, and it's because I had to do a surgery, and I had to get my whole digestive tract redone. And a Muslim doctor did it. He saved my life, and he come out of Atrium. He did not come out of Novine. Again, Jordan, you are sick as fuck. And I'm going to tell you, if I ever see you, I'm going to tell you, you sick. When I seen that on TV, my Twitter started jumping. You can tell my anxiety through keys. I do not take medication. My mother put me on over 20 narcotics. It suffocates the brain. In that paper McFadden has, it tells you about medications. I wrote a paper on McFadden, and he has it. I had to research why these police was telling me to do a complaint on him. I didn't know him. He's not my uncle. He's not. So I did the paper. I did the research. I looked at his Nobel Prizes. Oh, I understand. He's a black man. He's in the South. And they want to kill his ass. He ain't gonna die. Like I told McFadden, as long as I have breath in my body, because he made sure I didn't die, McFadden will always be good on my eye, and he will be like an uncle to me, because my uncle, his name is George Cornish. Uncle George, he ran the Salvation Army kitchen for women. My uncle is deceased. That's one topic that will make me cry. I put my uncle on Sugar Creek. Excuse me, let me get it right. Dr. Waddell Henderson of the Amazon community placed my Uncle George in a hotel on Sugar Creek. Uncle George was getting ready to go to Black Mountain. I was at 401 South Tryon working. I put Uncle George in all these safe havens. They cracked him out. My uncle was the type of man that he couldn't be by himself. He'd been locked up all his life. From a child at 15 till as an adult, my uncle was incarcerated. They called him Junie. Nobody knew that was my uncle. I have a brother, he goes by the name of DC, and my mother gets mad at me, but I am going to summon Daryl into a mental institution because some things Daryl is doing, I don't understand it, and I would not bury my brother under no circumstances. I had to get a call on Sugar Creek. My uncle was on the side of the bed, fully dressed from head to toe, khaki dress. If you know anything about my family, we'll put on some damn clothes. If you know anything about George, he will wear some clothes. If McFadden asks who is George Cornish, and that's in America of Mecklenburg County, they will tell you. That's Daniel. Uncle George was, if he knew right now I was on YouTube, and he'll look at me sometime and he'll say, are you really going? If I needed a laugh, he made me laugh. I can't laugh no more because I had to walk in and see my uncle's body on the side of a bed in Red Roof. No, I forgot what host. I can't think right now. This murder happened so long ago. I'm going to tell McFadden to open it. How do a man that's fully dressed, sitting on the side of the bed, when I walked in that hotel, my uncle was fully dressed, khaki, nice groom, hat on his head. He sat down. The hat was still on his head. He was like this, and the blood was dripping from his nose. Well, his wallet, in his wallet, it didn't have his license. Excuse me, he didn't have license. It didn't have his ID. It didn't have his food stamp card. And I refused to do an autopsy to cut him. They didn't want to take my uncle to the medical examining office because they said he had an overdose. And they took him I took him off Statesville Avenue at that funeral home, and they did a horrible job on his body. That's why I am going into the mortuary business. I am going to teach mortuary science, and that degree Gary McFadden is going to bring in Mecklenburg County, and I prophesied it. I'm going to teach it. I don't like talking. I don't like people. Women and children are dying. The SAFE programs are not helping. And somebody needs to be able to help that mother and not carry that casket on her back. They need to be able to say, ma'am, give me your wants and your desires and go home and rest. And when you give her those wants and desires, when she's burying a 19-year-old boy that was killed in East Charlotte, across the street from 7014 Sycamore Grove Court. If y'all don't see how this is turning in a circle, I don't know what to tell you. Why does she probably didn't have health insurance on her son? And with the funeral home business, if you ain't got that money, they ain't burying nobody. But then you got to bury. You can't leave them sitting here. You can't. You got to bury that body. There needs to be insurances for mothers who they need to be able to afford the health care insurance, or they need to be able to afford the burial insurance, or the 15-year-old that's missing in Fayetteville. Her mother served this country. Her daughter is missing, and we talking about Donald Trump in a fucking resort. At this point, Trump, you need to go to fucking sleep, and it ain't. It's called death. And I don't wish death upon nobody. But every time a Republican get in office, we have to deal with blood, death. Then the Crips come out, the Bloods come out, the KKKs come out, tax prices, taxes. What that tax report? Nancy, you ain't asking too. Nancy too slow. She too old. She ain't answering some questions. See, I'm too fast. Nancy is sympathizing with Trump because he had a breakdown. I'm not sympathizing with Trump. See, Nancy is too old. She needs to sit down. Another whistleblower need to speak up. I think I need to speak up for Nancy at this point. I will. I like Nancy. She's a white lady. But her heart is, you cannot have a heart. Not right now. You cannot say, I felt sorry for Trump. And he had, I don't feel sorry for Trump. He's a fucking pig. I don't feel sorry for him. And I can say it. I have white in my family, black in my family, Hispanics, Sadinos. That's another situation I want to fucking talk about. Hola, como te llama, Daniela? Africans, umi, that's mama in Spanish. Excuse me, that's mama in French. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Period. Gary McFadden, if you don't run for this presidency, I don't know what to tell you, sir. How the hell does this man solve a 40-year investigation of Mecklenburg County in 6 fucking months? He will solve my uncle's murder. That's all I ask of him. I don't need him to buy me no fucking house. I can't even buy a car in Mecklenburg County if I say his name. I tried to buy 5 cars cash money because one thing my family does not have is a huge SUV. I went to Nissan on Independence. The white man called the police on me because he said, "There's no way you can buy an Armada cash money." He called the fucking police and told me to go walk to the Waffle House. And there was a black young boy from New York. He was the salesman. And he told him, "Well, you can sit out here with her because I got to eat." My 77-year-old dad again had to walk out the house, come get me because I wanted that Armada because that is the first Jeep my husband wanted. He wanted a Nissan Armada, the new one. If you know anything about Tyrone, and when that man pulled out in his Mercedes, I laughed. Tyrone bought 5 Mercedes-Benz E-Class big body styles, and now I own them. He missed his sale, and I would never, ever buy off Independence Boulevard again. I'll go to Lexus and talk to JJ. I'll go to Mercedes, and I will talk to Chris. Chris held me when I cried when I walked into that dealership for the first time. I will speak to the salesperson who handed my keys to criminals that has hurt and killed my family. He will have to go to jail. He will have to speak, and he will have to tell. Anytime you quit your job, you know you got blood on your hand. He's from New York, and I'm going to hand McFadden his card. I handed McFadden in my report, I handed him Mr. Bragg's card. I hand him cards at this point. Come Monday, I'm going to hand him the card to the paralegal's office on 301 South College. I'm going to hand him the card to the man at Mercedes-Benz where my husband purchased so many Mercedes. How did it happen, Chris? Chris doesn't know. Why did Yusra come in and quit on a Friday after I found out you gave my keys that I've been looking for a whole year? You gave it to the Smiths. You gave it to Tyrone Gray's family. I don't think my husband knew that. A lot of stuff I don't think Tyrone knew that Mark Yardy and Marcia was doing. I don't. Tyrone would come on his truck, and when Marcia made him sick, she fed him chicken. Her house is so fucking disgusting. Tyrone would send me pictures of that shit. He had got to the point I was so OCD that Tyrone started sleeping in his truck. That's why on Facebook and stuff, I don't go on Facebook a lot, but when I do, I go on Facebook and I say, well, what was my husband's last post? And the last post I seen that Tyrone posted, it was Tupac spitting. My husband know better. I taught him better. You don't spit. So if that's your attitude right now, Tyrone, you need to spit on your fucking self. You need to go spit on Mark Yardy. You go spit on Marcia Barino. You need to go spit on your sister who stole your identity. Her name is Kimberly Smith. You will go to jail on Monday, Kim. Connie Miller, you will go to jail on Monday. Connie hit my son in front of the fucking magistrate office. Connie, aka Constance Miller, I have your address. You will go to jail. That house that my husband invested in will be locked down, and the house that Kim is in, which is on Section 8, and I feel sorry for you, Chucky. You will be put out, and all her kids will be put out. Cottrell Smith, that is Kim's son, had over 14 counts of child molestation. Tyrone did not believe it. Now I'm trying to think, Tyrone, are you a molester? I have so many fucking questions for the Smith family. I have so many questions for the Gray family. McFadden, no, on Mondays, I write 50 B's and 50 C's, and I'm locking that motherfucking ass up, and he's going to see me on Monday, and he's going to say, who done it, Danielle? And I'm going to hand him cards. I'm going to eat before I go into the fucking thing, because I'm going upstairs again, and I'm going to write so many 50 B's and 50 C's. And McFadden, no, I don't need no goddamn attorney. I love writing. I'm going to bring my roller so I don't have to ask Rebecca to seal his shit. And when I go in court, I can hand it to the fucking sheriff in court. I know the process. I just have scoliosis of the fucking spine, bitch. Rebecca, your job will be taken. The sheriff that served from 1995, Cooper, your job will be taken. It will. You don't call no woman no bitch. You don't say I'm not taking McFadden's shit to court. He's the head sheriff. And then Cooper, you're going to say, McFadden's not here. He's in Boston. Okay, if he is in Boston, if you do not believe I'm on his case, why did you tell where he was? Why y'all talking? I got 2 minutes remaining on my laptop, and I'm not singing tonight. It's 3:30. I'm done. I'm too pissed. Y'all heard gospel. That's what y'all need, some damn gospel. Good night.